I've never even considered heating in a studio before, really, and I've worked in thousands of studios. So I'm Barney Barnicott. This is Bluebell Hill Studios. We've been here for about 18 years now. I started off just in this room, just with a control room, just for mixing. And then as we have slowly renovated the house and the rest of the building, we've turned it into a residential studio. So it's that. We do bits of Airbnb as well, but the whole place has started out as as mine, and then just became a residential. So it's now quite popular for that, for bands and lots of writing camps and that kind of thing. People book it out for, and when it's not booked out, I'm just here mixing away. Most big studios have a sort of HVAC type heating system, you know, cold air, hot air, and so that everything's air conditioned, so they don't have radiators and stuff. But with this, because I built it in such different stages, to have one aircon system was never possible because it was all built in little bits. So it's basically like it's a house that's being converted into a studio rather than it being a custom built studio. Before we renovated it, it was awful. That's why we ripped it all out. They had tiny little thin radiators under all the windows, and if you see it in the house, the windows go pretty much, you know, that far off the floor, and they're all on these tiny little micro pipes. And the boiler was from the same year the house was built, 1974. It was awful. So we installed all the infrared when we did it, because we had to pull out the ceiling because it had horrible Artex and crap on it. So it's like a perfect opportunity to put in all the wiring and stuff and just have infrared. And I just like the look of them. I like the fact that I didn't have to have these ugly radiators, and I didn't have any space to put the radiators because there's so many windows. So these were the obvious choice, because they're just invisible. No one even notices them unless I point them out. So we've always just had AC cassette units and that sort of thing, which are quite common in studios. Trouble is they're quite noisy. When I started to do the house with the infrared, I got that one because it's silent, and that one's really good. It just turn it on in the day, within half an hour the place is warm. We just leave it on all day and it's silent. So they're really good. It's just a much nicer heat than the radiators. We've got radiators at home and they're upstairs as well here. It's either sort of blasting or freezing, and with these they're just on all the time, and when you walk in it feels like it's a nicer sort of heat. It's not dry, and it's different, but it's more comfortable. It's more sort of natural, it feels. I mean, most people are just impressed because they look really cool. Most people don't notice it, of course. They're just coming here and having a good time, but no, lots of people do. Lots of people ask, and everyone's very interested in it. And a few people have said, when they're buying houses, they're definitely going to put that in and stuff. So everybody likes it. I think it's just so nice to have the heat off the walls, so you can do stuff with your walls. You can, put furniture or sofas against them. Like quite often you're so restricted about how you design a house with these things on the walls, and the fact that we can just put them on the ceiling now, and they just blend in with the ceiling, you don't even notice them. I think it's brilliant. You couldn't have a normal heating system in here, and they're better than the aircon really. We just leave them on and they just do their thing, and we forget about them really. So they're really efficient, and it's just a nicer heat. It's just far more efficient, it seems to me. And it just makes sense to have the heat up there, sort of coming down and heating up the objects rather than just heating up the air. I think Kiasa are brilliant. I think if I was going to install a heating system in a new studio or house, I'd definitely get in touch with them and get them to spec it out.